Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is June 9th, 2015, and today is Tuesday. So looking at the economic calendar first today, not much on the horizon today, but we've got shock flow nuts coming out tomorrow and then Thursday. So a breather from the economic calendar. But let's start with the Euro USD. Beautiful retracement yesterday by the Euro USD, and we popped right back up to 113, as you can see here. We mentioned this yesterday that that we didn't really breach here, okay, at this level, and it was a good position to jump in a little bit light in this at about this area, and that's where we were. And now we're trading at 130. So altogether, almost 180 pip move just from yesterday. It was a big deal for a Monday morning, especially during the summertime. So is it going to go further? It looks like it's going to continue going up. We are at a certain threshold here. Okay, not exactly a threshold, but I would say anywhere between 130, 113, 50-ish, okay? From here until 150-ish, we're at a threshold. So it's really got to break up this area up here to really challenge this 114.72 level again. I believe we will do this. We will challenge this. It's just a matter of time, okay? I'm not talking about, a year or 2 years, but, within the next couple of months, we may see, in a couple of weeks, we may see it challenge this 114 level again. So keep this on the radar. See if it's going to continue buying off and challenging these upper levels. And if it does break this 114 level, we could go back to 121. So that's a big deal for the Euro USD, especially it's been beaten up so much in the past year. It could be just a nice turnaround for the Euro USD, just like it went down. It could come back up. So, it's just a matter of time before it does. Okay, there's a certain currency wars that are going on. I don't want to get into the technicalities of it because it's not fully do I understand all of it myself, and we're not privy to all the information out there. But there is a certain school of thought that as quickly as something goes down, it could as easily go right back up. Okay, it's called a reversal, and that's what we may see in the Euro USD. It's like if you've ever seen Star Wars, it's Star Wars, and Empire Strikes Back. So it's interesting how this is going to unfold over the next year. You see that it's you look at the bars here, and they're serious green bars, and there's some reluctance to bring this down any further or to keep it dead. So yes, have we been trading in a trading range? Yes, between 104 here and 110 was a trading range, and now we seem to be at 110 between 114. There's a 400 pip range, respectively, for each one. So, within that time frame, you do have a lot of opportunities to make money. Looking at the Dow Jones yesterday, further decline in the Dow Jones. We're just right at that level where we, quote unquote, should bounce, but it's still very difficult to pronounce. Today would be the third day of trading for this, so it'd be interesting if it does continue selling off. I would expect it to bounce today, even just a little bit, just to have some sort of green candle on the board. Okay, not to say that I'm going to buy big in it. Unfortunately, I did miss this move. Okay, I was thinking to myself as I went to sleep last night, flogging myself for missing this humongous move from 18,300 to 1770. So altogether, it was a huge move, almost 500 points on the short side, as it made this double top, and it just didn't break higher. If you looked at the stocks, they didn't break higher, and that's what we call relative strength, and the market was relatively weak, and could have anticipated it, but I just wasn't focused enough to really take a position last week to take it short. But what's beautiful about the markets, and this is noteworthy, is that you'll always have other opportunities to get into the game. So you missed one, let it go, work on the next one, concentrate on focus on the next one. Don't look back. Just remember it. Remember what you saw. Remember some of the elements there so you could use it further down the line. But don't chase it at this point. I'm not going to go sell this at this point because that would be a very, very negative position for me because the percentage play has already been taken. Okay, the play has already been done. It's been sold off 500 points. If we do break up lower, the next stop is 17,650. But I think we're going to bounce today just a little bit. Just to show some life. Remember, we are summer trading, so this is going to be a little bit lighter on the Dow Jones. Looking at oil kind of quiet yesterday. We're still at the bottom of this level, $58. I'll keep an eye on it. Like, this is something that I would want to keep an eye on it. It looks like it's forming a hedge formation, uh, just a wedge formation, excuse me. Not bullish, not bearish, but just a wedge formation. So just keep this in the loop to see how it's going to play out. It's right there on the threshold on some support, previous resistance. So it may jump, but again, remember, it may break this support and we'll be back to $38 a barrel, okay, which is a huge move for oil. Just in general, being at $58 a barrel in our day and age is a huge retracement for oil. Looking at the USD Japanese yen, continues to go up higher. Okay, we sold off a little bit yesterday, as you can see here, but we're still on the dead highs. So I would really keep this on my radar to see how it's going to unfold. It is a colossal move for the USD Japanese yen, almost a monthly move. If we look at that, you see that? It's a monthly move. So we're all-time highs almost for the Japanese yen, going back all the way to 2000. And I remember this at 2000, 1999, 1998, 97. We were trading around this 120, 110 level. So it is a major weakness for the Japanese yen. But, I would keep it on the radar to see how it's going to unfold. Looking at gold, it's dead in the water, just bounced a little bit past couple of days, about $6. But I would really keep this on the radar, and let's see if it doesn't break up 1183 and finally break down to this 1150 level again. As you can see, that gold has been beaten up over the past 4 years, and it is relatively weak to the market. Seeing how the markets are doing so well, people are taking out their money and investing in gold and putting it in equity. So that transition, that diversification of people's funds has meant that the gold is going to be weaker. With that said, that also affects the ZAR. So looking at the ZAR, we're trading at 12,058. Almost all-time lows, right? All-time lows here. In a monthly chart, that's not really a proper chart right here, but going even back to 2008 when we only receded to about 10.5. Right now we're at 12, and there's nothing really holding us back from going to 14, 15, 16. I know that's poor news for people down in South Africa, but that's an unfortunate situation. Okay, so the currency in South Africa has gotten weaker, especially when you make deposits. You'll see that you didn't get as much if you were trading about 3-4 months ago. The good side is that you could protect yourself. You could short the ZAR. Okay, you could buy dollars and sell ZAR, and thereby protect yourself from any depreciation in the rand. So keep that in mind. So on this week's agenda, looking also at the USD GBP, we're at the top of the range here at 153. So it has caught up to the euro. Also bounced a little bit yesterday. I would keep this in mind. This would be my short play, and the euro would be my long play if I was going to compare them versus the USD. The euro has been a little bit stronger than the GBP, so I would really use them as gauges against each other to see how weak. If it's weak, then I would short the GBP. If it's strong, then I would go long the euro. And that's just, that's usually a formation of seeing how the relative strength of one currency versus another can play itself out. This is Razak at CMTrading. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.